The New Mexico Museum of Art invites you to experience the invented realities of iconoclast photography. The works are rich in color, they are striking in theme, and they are revolutionary in their creation.
Patrick Nagatani didn't just take pictures, he made pictures.
Patrick was really coming a little bit from a film tradition. He had done model making for some of the Hollywood studios. And so he had that kind of model where everybody makes a contribution and pitches in and makes something together.
His collaborative nature produced a style that has become known as directorial photography.
And that really is like being a film director or being an orchestral conductor, is that you're really deciding what to pull out and what to put in the picture.
The genre acknowledges that photographs are a fictional creation, oftentimes letting the viewer in on the behind-the-scenes contraptions that make the composition possible.
In the picture behind me, Radioactive Reds, he collaborated with a painter, Andre Tracy, to make this scene. And there's a painted backdrop that we have on loan from the Albuquerque Museum that kind of gives you an idea of how they put this together. But this was an opportunity they had to use the large 20 by 24 Polaroid camera. So they constructed scenes for the camera and then photographed them.
Nagatani was born in Chicago just weeks after the United States dropped the atomic bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Being of Japanese descent, Nagatani's family felt a deep resonance to these events, a resonance that would carry over into his work later in life.
He moved to New Mexico at the end of the 1980s to take a teaching job in Albuquerque. And it really was a very catalytic moment for him. He had already been interested in issues of the environment and concerns about nuclear holocaust. And some of his early work addresses that.
With New Mexico's complicated history to nuclear energy, Nagatani was inspired to create a striking series of works called Nuclear Enchantment.
The first image that he made in this series was a picture called Trinitite Tempest. And it's very typical of his work in that it both has apocalyptic and completely hilarious elements. So you see a picture of the monument at Alamogordo. At the Trinity site, and in the front of that is a little picture of Patrick in the very corner wearing a hazmat suit and holding an umbrella. And the umbrella is supposed to protect him from these large chunks of trinitite that are coming down from the sky and pelting him. And trinitite, of course, was the interaction between sand and the nuclear blast that kind of created this green glass-like element. So again, it's a super saturated color, but the natural wish to protect yourself, along with the absurdity of holding up an umbrella to protect yourself from the nuclear blast, kind of creates this wonderful tension in the picture.
Cultural identity would weave its way into Nagatani's work throughout his career.
In some of the work, he touches on the discomfort, in a way, of looking like he's from someplace else that he really doesn't have a strong connection with, but being the all-American boy and loving baseball and the movies and all. But the other factor is that after he did the Nuclear Enchantment series, he went on to visit some of the quote-unquote relocation camps, the U.S. government camps where they had interred Japanese Americans during World War II. And so there's a very lyrical series that is not constructed, not manipulated, in which he made kind of a personal journey to visit these 10 camps, two of which had family members. Both of his parents had been at the camps.
A complex storyteller who celebrated color, composition, and the unique human condition of being a Japanese American, Nagatani's grand vision, captured through the lens of a camera, is truly one of a kind.
Invented Realities runs now through September 9th in